Hi everybody, it's Regular Girl, and today I want to talk about entitlement. And the reason I want to talk about entitlement is because I learned something yesterday that is it just rocked my world to a point where actually I can't really even address the issue directly because I just can't. But it's something that I learned about the human body, and it's related to rape and child trafficking and the human body and how it reacts. But I'm just going to talk about entitlement and me personally. Okay? So here's how it's going to roll. It's like this. If I am by myself outside, sitting somewhere, like I do like to do, all my life, I will sit somewhere in a park outside with a book or a sketch pad, and you can see me here. I'm not that pretty. I'm not pretty, actually. And I've had weight issues, but that doesn't matter all the time either because there are other chubby chasers. But nonetheless, invariably, some man will come along, see, and harass me. I call it harassing because the fact is, if I'm sitting, and it's just a random man, assuming, I guess, that, I'm sitting there and I don't want to be sitting there alone. No, I am sitting there because I want to be alone. If you know me, you know that I also have a very social side. I like to party and be with people. So if I'm sitting there alone, it means I want to be alone. See? Men have a thing with entitlement and women. And I'm here to tell you that you men are not entitled to anything about us women, okay? If I'm sitting here alone, it means that I've chosen to be alone. And I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to say hi. I don't have anything to give you. I don't want to have a conversation with you, okay? See? And that's how assault begins. It begins with a conversation. I'm sighing like that because I'm still remembering what it is that I learned, because this goes deeper. And I'm actually hoping that there's a radio show or something that I can call in so that I can talk to somebody about this piece of information that I learned, because it's huge. It's really huge. And I just need somebody else to talk to about it with before I make the video about it with the information. I learned it at a Scripps Zoom conference. It was great. We had charts up, physical anatomy. That's what it's about. It's about who we are as human beings and how we work. And it involves rape cases and why it is that it takes women to come forward so late in the day. Many of them years and years later. Some of them don't ever come forth and talk about it. And why it is that sentences are so lax when they're even given, or not given. Many of the perpetrators aren't even prosecuted by the juries themselves. There's a reason for this. Physiological ones. Anyway, I'm getting back to the topic, which is entitlement. See? You are not men, you guys out there. You are not entitled. And many of you think you are, and I'm sure it's cultural. That's what's going on here. But I'm here to tell you, you are not. Can you imagine what it's like to be a beautiful woman? This is what I'm thinking, because I'm not one. And my life has been like hell because of this, because I'm someone who does like the outdoors. And so I have liked to, like I said, to sit outside in parks or in places of nature, sketching or reading or doing projects. And I can't. It's always interrupted by some asshole who has to come and talk to me. Once again, I'm not there because I'm lonely or because I'm looking for someone to talk to. I'm there alone because I want to be there alone. Actually, I've had to impress this upon the men that I live with. They didn't get it either. We have an outside place where you smoke. I can't tell you how long it took for me to get into their thick, fat heads that I'm out there alone because I'm doing something. I'm busy. I have things that I do. I don't need them to talk to. And I'm not their audience. See? Entitlement. It's a key factor in abuse. And that's how the rape starts and the sexual harassment starts, because inside is this piece of entitlement. That's what makes them walk up to you to begin with. They feel like they're entitled to it. You're not entitled to it. Let me say it again. This social distancing has really helped. All I do now, when I see them coming, and they still come. Like I said, you don't have to be pretty for this to be a problem. I'm like in a wheelchair, and they still come, these goofballs. But now, it's easier. Now what I say, when I see them coming, it's a vibe. I'm older now. I know the vibe. I just say to them, don't even think about it. I yell, don't even think about it. Keep moving. And 6 feet. As soon as I mention the 6 feet, that's what I say. Don't even think about it. Keep moving. And 6 feet. Just like that. Real straight up. Real tough. Like that. And they keep moving. It's much easier now. But I've been assaulted more than once in my lifetime. More than twice. More than 3 times. How many times have I brought this to court? Not a lot. How many times have I been assaulted by my own parents? A whole lifetime. But I started to think real long and real hard about bringing the whole thing to court. Oh, yes, I did. When it started to get real messy with my mother when she was still alive. Oh, yes, I did. Because entitlement is a real piece of the puzzle. And because I think there's a piece of this that would help a lot of other people. And I still think that's true. So, you out there who are listening to this, you are not entitled to women and anything that we have. And I know that you think you are, but you're not. And the laws that are supposed to protect us do not. And I'm going to tell you why in an upcoming video. I just can't do it yet. It's too upsetting what I learned. And it's affecting children, and the pedophilia thing. This is how and why it's all running, and the criminals knew it all along. Yes, they did.